What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful day outside, so I thought I would make a video on 7 fat loss mistakes that you're making right now and why you're not losing weight. Number 1, cutting calories too low too quickly, not eating enough. Now, this may sound counterproductive or counterintuitive, but the fact of the matter is, if you cut calories too low too quickly, you're gonna binge, you're gonna feel like shit, your workouts are gonna feel like shit, and overall you're just not gonna be able to stick to it. You're probably gonna end up binging, and you're probably gonna end up falling off track. So, number 1, do not cut calories super low. The goal of fat loss is to eat as much food as possible while still losing weight. If you find that you are hungry all of the time, your sleep is really shitty quality, and you just feel terrible, and you're always thinking about food, that is a sign that your calories are too low. It's time to bring them up a little bit more. Number 2, you're being too restrictive. So I talk about this all the time, the 80-20 approach. 80% whole, minimal processed foods with 1 to 2 ingredients, and then 20% foods that you enjoy. If you enjoy having a bowl of Fruit Loops because it makes you happy, have a fucking bowl of Fruit Loops. There's nothing wrong with eating some processed foods in your diet. Cliff bars, protein bars, even like things like turkey bacon. I hear people who are worried about eating processed meats or processed foods at all. And the truth of the matter is this: as long as they are not the majority of your diet, you're good to go. And as a matter of fact, it's going to help it feel like not a diet. The goal of fat loss is to be in a calorie deficit. So if having a bowl of Fruit Loops at the end of the night, or having a ice cream bar or drumstick at the end of the night helps you stick to your calorie deficit, then fucking do it. Number 3, not enough protein. This is super common. A lot of people tend to not prioritize protein. Protein is the ultimate diet hack. You want to retain muscle when you're losing fat. Muscle is a metabolically active tissue, which means that you burn more calories at rest the more muscle you have on your body. So you want to retain muscle as you lose weight. Not to mention, it's good for your health to have more muscle. Not to mention, protein helps with so many other things other than just retaining muscle. Protein is good for your hair, skin, and nails. It's good for your organs. It helps with vital functions in the body. Protein is absolutely necessary. And if you are lifting weights, which you should be, which I'll talk about, you definitely need to be getting in more protein. 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of goal body weight. 4th mistake you are making is you are prioritizing cardio over strength training. So if you want to lose fat, you should be lifting weights. I just talked about how muscle is a more metabolically active tissue, but not only that, cardio equals short-term weight loss. Strength training is long-term, lifetime fat loss. You will be lean for a very long time. Not only that, you will look leaner at a higher body fat percentage. So you don't need to be walking around looking like a skinny toothpick. You can have some meat on your bones, and when you take off your clothes, you're going to look better naked. Not only that, but strength training is literally the fountain of youth. If you want to stay mobile as you age, you want to stay strong, you want to stay feeling good, feeling young as you age, strength training is so important for fat loss. Number 5, you're not getting enough quality sleep. Now notice how I emphasize quality here. And that's because even if you go to bed around, let's say 10 o'clock, and you wake up at 6 a.m., that's 8 hours technically. But if you spend the last hour from 9 to 10 at night in bed watching Netflix, letting blue light shine in your face, your body is not producing melatonin, which is the hormone that your body needs to start producing restful sleep. So you need to be thinking about turning off electronic devices closer to bed. One thing that helped me out a lot, because I suck at that, but ever since I've done this, it's improved the quality of my sleep, is putting a blue light blocker on my laptop, and I watch YouTube videos on my laptop before bed. Another thing I do is I take magnesium and I take ashwagandha, which has improved the quality of my sleep tremendously. So I definitely recommend those tips right there. Also get some blackout curtains. Number 6. Here you go. Not taking diet breaks. Now, most people don't understand what a diet break is, but it's pretty much a period where, let's say your maintenance calories is 2,200 calories a day. In order for you to be in a deficit, you need to eat under 2,200 calories a day. So let's say you are in a fat loss phase and you work your way all the way down to 1,800 calories per day, and you've been doing it for 8 weeks. All of a sudden you notice your consistency is slipping, you're snacking on foods without tracking them, you're tracking really loosely, you're not really making progress anymore. It's time for a diet break. Go back up to 2,200 calories, your maintenance, for about a week or two, and just hang out there. You won't lose progress. You'll still maintain all the progress you've made, and by the time you're ready to jump back into your deficit, you'll feel energized and refreshed. Number 7, the food that you are making is too hard to track. Now, hear me out here. A lot of times people like to go out to restaurants. If you're in a calorie deficit, you can still eat out at restaurants. You can still eat delicious foods, but be mindful that if you are eating super fancy gourmet meals at restaurants, I'm talking salads with like 20 different ingredients in it, those foods are going to be so hard to track. Whereas, let's say you go to a burger joint. You've got the bun, maybe they toasted the bun in some butter. You got the burger patty, the cheese, the mayo that they put on the burger, and then maybe some French fries. That's going to be easier to track than some salad with a million different ingredients. Another thing that's super easy to track is chain restaurants, because let's say Chipotle, for example, they have all the calories listed on their website, and they're in MyFitnessPal, so that'll be easier for you to track. Hopefully these tips were helpful for you guys. If they were, drop a like, drop me a comment, let me know down below if you want me to do more series like this where I'm outside walking, little shorter videos that I can be more consistent with. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell if you are not subscribed. I would love to have you. It would be an honor to have you as part of the channel. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.